Returning to my Coin Lady channel, I want to say hello to all of you. During their conversation, Willy Wonka wanted to know if Brad was in talks to settle with the SEC. Naturally, Brad responded by saying, "You know, I can't talk about that kind of stuff." There appeared to be more to the story he was leading on, though, and it felt like someone was trying to tell us about it. But just as intriguing, an out was thrown at him. He could have made it seem like Gary Gensler was simply an irrational regulator. That was not his doing. The Biden administration was the one he singled out. Not only in the cryptocurrency industry, but across all of technology, this is a noticeable trend. Ripple is in the political left wing. Since Brad Garlinghouse is a Democrat, I can assure you that in a more conventional setting, they would have framed the issue as involving Gary alone. It's not happening. And that is a pattern that is present in all forms of technology. I find it really intriguing. Speculation propels XRP to the forefront of the cryptocurrency surge as settlement rumors circulate widely, as seen in Bloomberg. Plus, as I mentioned earlier, I fail to see many strategic justifications for this. Since we already know the SEC will face penalties and fines, we might as well sit tight and watch how this unfolds. That is, until it involves politics. Because they will need that money so badly, they are told to clear it off the docket and move on to something else if it isn't critically important or a criminal case. They will have to rethink their whole strategy to accommodate cryptocurrency. Conservative candidates are no longer able to rely on the financial support of internet giants. Today, these candidates must earn their support. As tech and crypto investors, that will create an ideal setting for us. At this point, Mark Faber steps in to provide some context. According to Mark Fago, there have been 150 meetings of this kind since the court case was filed, and the fact that the private meeting with the SEC is scheduled is a major factor in the narrative that a settlement is imminent. Nobody on crypto Twitter doubted that this was it. This is the time for us. We will resolve this. This one is perfect. Finally, Mark Fago says, "I don't think this is it." I concur with him once more. However, I will reveal the primary rationale. Even while I'm fairly certain that a settlement will not occur, it is possible that we may see one. This kind of thing, I'm consistently mistaken about. Since I've already stated that it's unlikely to happen, it will most certainly happen. Typically, I'm incorrect. Just because President Trump has stated that he does not want another country to take over Bitcoin and crypto dominance does not mean this is not a contentious issue in the present campaign. Completely out of control. We will get a new candidate in the end. As I said last week, I expect President Biden to stand aside by this coming Friday. Here are the events that have been reported. The news outlet Axios reports that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has formally contacted President Biden to inform him that he must resign. As crypto and tech investors, why is that important? Because whatever the new candidate is, and I really don't know who it wouldn't be if this happens, it's not going anywhere. It never ends. They must reconsider their stance on cryptocurrency and, more especially, their stance on technology, as they are in dire need of the formerly unrestricted funds and assistance. They never let it out of their back pocket. Therefore, I believe this will lead to a better environment for all of us, regardless of the winner. Remember this at all costs. I mean, it doesn't matter whether the candidate is Republican this time, another Democrat will be president in the end. That is why it is in your best advantage for the two parties to cooperate in some way. In my opinion, the industry is currently taking advantage of this situation. If the United States does not engage in cryptocurrency, China will. This is where President Biden is headed and President Trump is taking it further. China is going to take place. Someone else might be it. However, it's safe to assume that China is heavily involved. This is something that every country is considering when formulating its policies. Even while it will be difficult for them to fully embrace crypto, they will eventually have to face the inevitable. This is going to be incredibly chaotic. And when China finally goes online, it will be woefully unprepared for that. Cracks are appearing. According to President Trump, Jamie Dimon's position on Bitcoin has abruptly shifted. Additionally, he is contemplating Jamie Dimon for the position of Treasury Secretary. While some may see this as a fantastic choice, others may feel differently, especially if they believe that the 8th Gate and Fence probe will continue. Finally, Grayscale is introducing an AI token fund, so I'm betting they'll bury it as soon as possible. Also, I feel obligated to mention this because this is a sector that you should not ignore. In the coming year or two, you will witness AI in action. Blockchains and tokens centered around artificial intelligence will thrive. Not to slumber on one that I believe will provide, spectacular outcomes, in the near to medium term here. Be sure to monitor all of these coins. There is a great deal of useless information concerning artificial intelligence. If you focus on getting the good ones, I have no doubt that you will succeed. Bye for now, and please subscribe and like my channel.